to lean in, make sure you're muted, look at the little corner of your screen or your phone, and just kind of boop, make sure you're muted, and we'll kind of get started. Grabbing my band here, grabbing my 2 weights, and as usual, I'll be showing a standing and a seated option for everything we do here. And we'll kind of warm up the upper body first, and then I'll give a upper body variation to the lower body, kind of hip mobility, etc. So grabbing that band, we'll start out. I want you to actually grab in pretty narrow today. We're going to start off pretty aggressive with our band or our towel, etc. I think everyone has a band on this call by now, but just in case you don't, you're going to grab that band. You're going to squeeze and come back. Pretty aggressive. You should not be able to go all the way around. It should be pretty tight, and you're going to come back forward nice and slow. Good, and then come back. Now, Gilbert, unless she has a terrific excuse, we all know that Brooke, the Adaptive Adventure intern, turns off her camera. She knows she's going to get picked on, you know? Just kidding. Just kidding.
She might have gone to the back to get a band. Maybe. I'm trying to save her.
Yikes. Excuses. We could just talk about it right now. Anybody, you can unmute yourself. Just let it go. Let the insults fly for the intern. Just kidding. All right. Grab nice and wide. Don't do that. Grab nice and wide. Okay, now we're going to go all the way back. Good. All the way forward. Good. Anyone remember doing this stretch, this exact stretch, like at the beginning of COVID, and you were like, Coach, that's not happening with my arms. And it looks like everyone's able to do it right now, so this is pretty good.
Exactly.
Maybe you just got a bigger band, and I didn't notice, or you got longer arms. But, all right, grab narrow again. We're going to throw arms back. Brooke, just so you know, we were totally trash talking you while you were gone, but you know, we were like, oh, there she goes again, turned off her camera. That intern, geez, she's out of here. Good, come on back forward. And one more time, big aggressive stretch. Yeah, Gail was like, Adaptive Adventure intern who? I don't even know what you're talking about. Gail's probably like the nicest person on this call, so she wouldn't say anything bad yet. All right, so band is going to go off to the side for a second. We're going to warm up the hips, so if you'd like to stand up and get some space. All right, this is when we split it up a little bit. Nice wide stance, okay? What we're going to do, come down, try to wrap yourself around your left leg, wrap yourself around your right leg, and back and forth. Okay, and then if you'd like to stay seated, okay, what I want you to do, okay, is you're going to reach and rotate towards your left, and then rotate towards your right. Go back and forth right here. So either you're going back and forth between your legs, or you're reaching across in a seated position. Good. All right. Now, if you want to stay standing, okay, a little bit of an aggressive stretch here is going to be that forward lunge stretch. So one leg comes back, one leg comes forward, one leg comes back. All right. And you're going to push deep down into that stretch. My hand is on the ground, and I'm in a nice, big, deep lunge here. Okay. All right. And we'll get to switching in just a second. Then if you want to stay seated, all right, you're going to get your right arm, grab that right wrist, big lean, big stretch, kind of go in and out. So either doing that nice deep lunge or that big, huge side lean. Good. Good. And we're going to switch. So now you're switching to your other leg, other arm, whichever that might be. Big stretch. Nice. All right. Okay, we're warmed up a little bit. We're going to get our heart rates up in just a second. Okay, doing some jumping jacks or seated jacks to kind of just pump up, kind of get the motivation rolling a little bit. So from the seated position, okay, we're going to be doing 10 arm jacks. Arms come up high. They touch up at the top if you can. Try to keep those elbows straight. You're going to come back down, back up. Okay, we got 10. Just like Colin, you yawn up at the top. Oh, good. Okay. All right. You're going to be doing 10 seal jacks, which arms come forward, arms come back. All right. And then you're going to be doing a crossover. So arms cross over, etc. We've done these before, but just we haven't done them in a little bit. And then the same thing with the legs. If you want to stand, regular jumping jacks, jumping back and forth. The seal jacks with hands coming back and forth. And then with the crossover jacks, you're going to curtsy. Good. You're going to cross your feet. Good. Perfect. Really? Not even a smile? I just curtsied on camera, people. All right, people, come on, lighten up here. The jokes are dumb and the jokes are dry. Here we go. All right, get ready for your jumping jacks and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we cross over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bravo. We're going to do that one more time. Y'all are looking a little slow. Looking a little slow today, all right? So we're going to do that one more time. Looks like we got Paul hopping on too. Hey, Paul.
Hi.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Jumping into some jumping jacks. So if you want to throw your camera on mute real quick, and then we'll get started, all right? Okay, all right, Paul, you just follow me, okay? 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we cross over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bravo. All right. So today's workout, okay, we're going to be doing 3 exercises. Okay, each exercise is done for 30 seconds. All right. But here's kind of the fun part. You get 30 seconds of rest. Okay? So you do push-ups for 30 seconds, followed by 30 seconds of rest, and then jump right into the next exercise. And we kind of go in cycles. Each exercise, if this makes sense, hopefully I can explain this. Each 3 exercises, okay, you're going to be doing 3 sets. 3 sets of that. So you'll be doing each exercise 3 times. Lots of 3s. 30s, 3s, 3 sets, blah, 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 etc. So if that doesn't make sense to you and you're like, I don't really care, dude, we're going to hop into it, all right? So on the first exercise, it is going to be a push-up, all right? And again, you can do a push-up however you'd like from the ground down here, okay? You can do a push-up hands and knees coming right here. Okay, you can make it a little harder. Raise up your knees so your knees aren't touching the ground. Down and up. You You can back your knees up, come down, or come up on your feet, down, up. Okay? There's our push-up. Then, if you want to stay seated, okay, you're going to grab one of your weights. All right? This is my 10-pound weight. Make sure it's challenging. So if you have maybe a 2-pound weight or something like that, maybe you can hold both in both hands, but again, gauge intensity for you, okay? You're gonna sit here, we're gonna push out and back in, and we're gonna go out and in right here as fast as we can. Not so much like Colin because he's doing the shake weight, but we're gonna be right, just kidding. We're gonna be right in here, okay? All right, for 30 seconds. So push-ups or push-outs, okay? We'll get my timer set up. 3, 2, and we are right into it. Our first exercise, pushing in and out. Good. Nice, halfway there. Good. Again, if you have kind of a light weight, go a little faster. Shake that weight a little faster. Churn that butter. Has anyone churned butter? This is how you do it. And relax. Good. Now you get 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of rest, all right? Now, at first, it's going to seem like this 30 seconds of rest goes on forever, and we're just sitting here, we're just chilling, we're making fun of the intern because that's what we do. But as we keep going, all right, it's going to speed up, and you're going to have a harder time recovering, okay? And it's already 55 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, back into the same push-ups, and go. Good. Ooh, my phone's ringing. Keep going. Good. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, we have one more round. One more round of that. Okay, now again, as we continue to move, and we continue to work, that 30 seconds of rest, which is what we're going to talk about at the end here, that's why we're kind of talking about rest, recovery, what this looks like, what kind of anaerobic and aerobic power, what kind of rest periods you need for that. And here we go, 3, 2, 1, told you it was going to go fast, go. Good, keep going, keep going. I can't imagine what Colin's saying right now, but it's making Sarah laugh a ton. I'm sure it's inappropriate. I don't want to know. Good, keep going. 3, 2, relax. All right. So that's kind of our first exercise out of the gate. Our next one here, okay, we're going to have 2 exercises back to back with 30 seconds rested in between, okay? So next exercise is going to be an overhead press. An overhead press. Pressing up overhead. That's either standing or seated. Standing or seated, you're going to need those 2 weights pressing up overhead. All right? The exercise to follow that, right after that 30 seconds, okay, is going to be a lateral raise. A lateral raise. All right, so just bringing those dumbbells out to the side. Again, we've talked about this, trying not to shrug our shoulders and have that neck kind of disappear. We don't want to be called no necks. We want that nice tall neck, okay? All right. If anyone ever calls you no neck, please email me. That would just be hilarious. Just laugh at them and be like, thank you. All right, grabbing your weights. We're going from overhead press, 30-second rest, lateral raise, 3, 2, 1, and press. You know, the least you could do, Brooke, is grab the whiteboard marker behind you. At least press that. Come on. Now one arm's going to be bigger than the other. Oh, jeez. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay. 30 seconds of rest, and we're going to go into lateral raise. Lateral raise. Gail looks like she's negotiating with her impatient poodle that's like, play with me now. Play with me right now. 10 seconds. I'm just staring at that poodle. It looks very indifferent right now. All right, 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Good, lateral raise. Nice. I've never seen a poodle do a staring contest with somebody, but I'm witnessing it right now. Like, literally death staring Gail, like, you better scratch my butt or do something, but this is unacceptable. 3, 2, and relax. All right, 30 seconds.
She's a service dog. That's why she's sitting here like that, staring at me.
She probably thinks you've done that. She's like, this wasn't in my training, but you're yelling at your screen again. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Here's a fun fact about dogs that I learned the other day. Because of COVID and the, I guess, lack of getting outside that we've had to do, if you want to call it that, dogs are starting to see and watch TV with their owners. Maybe this is not a new thing, but people have started reporting that their dogs are now watching movies. And relax. Whew. So they're like actually paying attention to what's on the screen. So like my in-laws had, I don't know, National Geographic on, and there was like they were doing something on the Arctic fox, and their 3 labs went nuts, and they've never done that before. It was so funny. All right, 5 seconds, man. I promise you, 30 seconds of rest. It catches up with you. Lateral raises, and go. Good. All right, we got 15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Done. All right, we got one more set of each of those. One more set of each of those. 2 more sets. Kate, I disagree. I think everyone's like, boo, Kate. All right, Kate's like, let's do 5 more sets. Let's go. So I told you Kate's insane. I told you she's got like a laundry list. Kate is crazy. She's awesome. Oh, crap. We're 5 seconds into it. And go! Sorry. Got distracted. Woo. Good. Keep pressing. 3, 2, and drop. We have the lateral raises next. The lateral raises. Does anybody start to feel the fatigue setting in the shoulders? A little bit. No jelly arms. No jelly arms. And go. There you go. Finish strong. Colin's like, my sleeves are about to rip off, dude. That's how Colin talks, I guess. Only when he's working out. Good. Keep going. 10 seconds. Come on. 3. And done. Drop. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys can relate. If you ever tell a story and you have to impersonate someone's voice, do you ever use like a deeper voice to impersonate their voice? Like, and then they said to me, "Oh, that was a dumb idea." You know, you always like drop your voice and it becomes like a dance. Maybe it's just me, but I tend to do that a lot.
You were right on with Colin's voice. We decided to go vegetarian today, and he is cussing at me because he did not get enough calories in, so everything is burning. So your deep voice is spot on with him right now.
Oh man, so Colin's a little hangry right now. A little hangry.
Yeah, yes, that would be an accurate statement.
Is that a joke or what?
No, we went total vegetarian, but we decided to start it today. Not really thinking about practice tonight. So yeah, it's a combination of meat withdrawal and not enough calories.
Going through like brisket withdrawals, Gilbert.
Oh dang. Oh dang. Brisket withdrawals. I know how that is. All right. Now we're going to move into, okay, a little bit of core. Okay, so if you want to be on the ground again, we're going to move back to the ground. Okay, we're going to be doing a Russian twist from the ground, or, okay, from a seated position. What I want you to do is find a weight that's challenging. Okay, maybe it's a textbook, a water bottle, etc. Excuse me. And you're going to be in a seated position. All right. Arms have to stay straight. Okay. Arms are locked out. Okay. They can't bend. All right. And you're going to rotate side to side. All right. Now, it may not seem like much, but again, that 30 seconds is going to kick in. Okay. We're just going to be doing the Russian twist, nothing else. And then we'll do a branch exercise at the end. Okay. All right. So either seated or on the mat. Okay. 30 seconds of work. 3, 2, and go. For the Russian twist, you kind of find that balance point. If you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging, you can lift your feet up. Good, and we're just rotating back and forth. Good, Evie's got it. Nice, Gail's got it. Good, don't let that weight bring you down. Lift it up. Good. And stop. All right. Oh, fun fact about Arizona. We're done with our winter. It is back up to 70 degrees. I guess that was it. We're done. It was, I turned on my AC.
It was 81 today.
Uh,
I was out at the waistband all day long, sweating to death.
uh, All right, 3, 2.
You want Illinois? We got like 1.5 feet in 3 days.
Oh, man. Oh, 3 feet of snow. Ugh. Well, I know northern Arizona.
Oh, a foot and a half in 3 days.
Oh, 1.5 feet. Oh, okay. I was like 3 feet. Holy cow. No,
No, it's not that bad. But it's bad enough that my wheelchair got stuck
Oh.
like several times.
And done. Whew. Okay, one more round. Moving right along. Let's see. All right. We still got time, Lisa. You start to feel like 30 seconds is actually going faster. And you look at the time, and there's like 15 seconds left, and you're like, oh. And then 3, 2, 1, and we're back into it. Good. 10 seconds. Keep moving. Nice. Last time. And stop. Good rotation. Team. Nice. All right. Grab a drink if you need it. Okay. All right. So this, everyone's like getting up off the floor like, so this next little exercise, we're going to combine two. So it's going to be leg lifts and windshield washers. I know, weird names. Leg lifts and windshield washers. All right. So on the ground here, I'll give the seated version in just a second. Okay. All right. On the ground here. Okay. Laying flat on my back, I can either raise up my knees and come down to the ground, and that can be my leg lift. All right. I can bring my knees up and then go back out straight, rest them on the ground, or don't let them rest. Okay. Or I can go straight legs, lift up those legs nice and tall, and come back and down. All right. Then, let me scoot a little bit that way. Okay. I think I have enough room for this, but for the windshield washers, okay, feet are going to be up. You're going to come to the side, bring them back up, have them roll over, bring them up and over. All right. You may want extra padding depending on how hard your flooring is for this, just to make sure you don't roll on any bones. But that's going to be our ab exercise on the ground. And then for the seated position here, I'm sweating. Can you see that? Ooh. All right, grabbing that dumbbell. Okay, grabbing one of those weights or both of those weights. Arms are going to go out straight again. Okay. You're going to kind of bring it down to your lap, raise it up high, come back down, raise it up high, trying to keep those arms locked again. Okay. Then the version that we'll do up here for those windshield washers, okay, with the legs, with the arms here, we're going to do, okay, arms come out here, up overhead, up overhead. Okay, now as you can see, one arm transitions to a bent formation. This arm reaches way, way over, becomes locked, up and over here, coming down here. Okay, to give you a good picture, and if you've been with us for any amount of time, you know that I actually dislike this term, but it is my wife's term. It is my wife's exercise that she likes. She calls these rainbows. Rainbows. And I hate that. I hate calling exercise, because exercise is manly and tough, and Colin and Gilbert know what I'm talking about, because manly, and we don't do rainbows. Yeah, okay? Colin's like, yeah, we eat meat and brisket, and wait, I don't. Okay, so we're going to be doing rainbows. All right. So either you got leg lifts, or you got those front shoulder raises all the way up at the top if you can, seated. 30 seconds, we're going to be flip-flopping back and forth. 3, 2, and go for it. Good. Brooke, I don't think you have enough room in that 2x2 space of yours, but continue. Just kidding. I want to know where Brooke is, because it looks like she's in a classroom, but I don't know if she's still on her like college campus, or she's in a study room, and if there's people walking by. Just so many questions. And relax. And we're going to make her stay down there, and we'll find out at the end. So we'll keep speculating of where Brooke is right now, okay? Because I don't think it's her apartment or her hotel room.
She's in the intern closet.
All right, rainbows and windshield washers, and go. Good, going back and forth. I mean, in that case, Gilbert, that's a very spacious closet. And, you know, Brooke, you are blessed to be there. So just remember that, okay? Fun fact, I had a classic Harry Potter moment as a kid. I worked for my dad in his office, and part of our office was actually in the broom closet. He actually set up a desk in there and relaxed. And I had to work on a little table filing charts when I was 13 in my dad's office's little broom closet. He thought it was great. He thought it was like so efficient. This is great. And there I go with the voice again. But oh my goodness. Oh, the dark days. All right, going back to that leg raise or the front raise. Up to you. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. I am loving the leg raises. Nice. I see Paul. I see Kate's feet just swinging up in the air. Who knows if she's doing the exercise? Good. Oh, I like Gilbert's modification off the couch there. That's another really good one. Nice. Good. And done. Going back to the windshield washers, window washers, whatever you want to call them. All right. Rainbows. 15 seconds. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Up and over. Good. Nice. I'm loving the rainbows from Gail. Great. Good. Maria has drawn a wonderful, wonderful rainbow. Good. Almost done. And stop. All right. Forgive Luke's memory. That was number 2 or that was number 3? 4, 2. I mostly see 2. Okay. Brooke is like, peace. I'm out of here. I'm done. 2 hands up. Get me out of here. All right. Last round. We got the front raise. We got the leg raises. And here we go. Right into it. So I know we're talking about rainbows. Arizona actually just got a ton of rain this past week, and it created some absolutely gorgeous rainbows all across the state. I saw 4 rainbows on Saturday. 4 rainbows just driving around. Wonderful. Ugh, and done. All right. We got our rainbows. We got our windshield washers. Uno momento. One more. In 10 seconds. We're going to finish strong here. We're going to do one more exercise round after this. And then we're done. And we're going to talk a little bit about, again, that anaerobic, that aerobic, what rest and recovery should look like for certain exercises, etc. And here we go. Good. Big reach. Big rotation with those legs. I bet it feels great on that like concrete carpet of yours, Brooke. I bet that feels amazing on your spine right now. You'll have a nice bruise. People will talk. People will ask. You'll have to explain your bruise. It'll just, it's nuts. It's just downhill from here with Adaptive Adventures, all right? And done. Okay, grab a drink if you need it. Slowly uncurl yourself off the floor, and let's hear where Brooke is right now.
I am in the Adaptive Adventures office. So
Yeah, there's nobody here to look at me and think I look strange. Just my dog sleeping on the floor next to me.
All right, so it's like Gail's dog again. Like, what are you doing? Is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? No? Okay. All right. All right, last little bit of exercise here. Okay, we're going to be splitting up lower body exercises and some upper body. Okay. For people who want to stand and kind of get out of their chair. All right. Colin's like, please let me have meat. Please let me have meat. All right, so we're going to do squats right here off the chair. Okay, or you can just do kind of body weight squats right in the air here, down and up. All right. For the seated version of that squat, okay, we're going to grab both of our weights. All right, and we're going to do kind of a little bit of a different one. We've done a curl to press before. What I want you to do tonight is you're going to be curling to pressing out right in front of you. Okay? So a curl to a push out and back down, if that makes sense. Okay? The reason being just because usually with the curl to press, we have weights in both hands. They're a little bit more, okay? We got to use that core and kind of use that tipping point to transfer our weight as we push out. Okay, so either you got squats or the curl to push out. Okay, and then we're going to combine this exercise with a little bit of a cardio exercise, all right, where if you're wanting to stand, okay, I'm not a huge fan of this exercise, so please be careful with this one. It has a little bit more risk with it, and it requires a little bit more space. So if you're Brooke, maybe not, but just kidding. These are called switch lunges. Switch lunges, and what I want you to do with these is not go all the way down, okay? So what you'll see sometimes on Fitstagram or Facebook or etc. is people will drop down and they'll switch and they'll come way down here, okay? Now, if you don't have the mobility for that, or you have the strength to get out of that, what happens is you go down and you kind of come down like this. And then you're like, life alert, you're calling your doctor, you're like, something just pulled, snapped, etc. So what I want you to do instead, okay, is just kind of start right here and you're just absorbing, you're landing back and forth, having your feet. It's almost very much like a soccer drill. Imagine you have like a soccer ball in front of you. Okay, those are some soccer moves for Kate and Gilbert. Ha, I can do it. Then from the seated position, okay, what we're going to do, all right, okay, is we're going to, so again, for the squat, we're going to curl the press out, and then for the upper body here, we're going to be switching our arms back and forth right here, absorbing that rotation as one arm flies up, one arm flies down. You're trying to stay in place, okay? All right, people, 3 rounds, 3 sets. You either got squats or the curl to push out. I'll show you the seated version for both exercises first, and then I'll do the squats for the next 2. Squats, curl to push out, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Remember, you do get that 30 seconds of rest. Good. You're halfway there. Good. Pick up the speed a little bit if you can. This is our last exercise. And drop. Okay. Now, if you are standing, you're going to be switching your feet back and forth, kind of like a soccer player. Or if you want to stay seated, you're going to be swinging arms through. Okay? All right. 10 seconds. One arm up, one arm down, and go. Good. All right, pick up the speed. Three, 2, and done. 30 seconds. Going back to the curl to push out or the squats. Another fun story, my coworker, literally after our Dragon Boat workout last week, my coworker rolled in here and she's like, "Oh my gosh, it smells like boy in here." And I was like, "You're welcome. You are welcome." All right, and go for it. So the sweat is genuine, people. Like, you may not smell it where you are, but I'm letting you know that my door is shut in here while we're doing this. And it's bad. 10 seconds. And done. All right, get ready for switching back and forth with the feet or swinging with the arms. 10 seconds. And, sorry, prematurely. Okay, go now. Good, all right, pick up the speed. Done. Done, done. All right, one more round. One more round. All right, this is it. Maybe you're squatting. You're doing that curl to push out. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. I have to say that all of you have really good form with these exercises. Like, sometimes these exercises are a little confusing or a little difficult to master, but since we've been doing this, you guys have done really, really well. Done with that one. All right, this is it. Last little cardio burner. All right. I want to see how fast Paul can either move his arms or move his feet. Going back and forth. 4, 3, 2, and go. Good, swing through. All right, as fast as you can go. 10 seconds, this is it. Good, move, 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 done. Donzo. Sarah's like, I need to take this hoodie off. All right. Grab a swig. Oh, now Kuna shows up. I see him. I see you, Kuna. There we go.
Yeah, he was napping.
How could he be napping?
Dang. All right, people. I'm just giving Kuna a hard time. Dang. Kuna's like, I'll do the warm up in the back. All right, people. So, real quick, what we're going to talk about real quick basically is anaerobic versus aerobic. Okay. Very similar. Aerobic, again, stands for with oxygen. Anaerobic stands for without oxygen. That's literally what those two terms mean. Okay. Anaerobic mainly kind of goes towards exercises or sporting events that are very quick, very fast. Okay. Aerobic kind of pertains to exercises or events that work towards longer endurance. Okay, so if you guys know Chris Wiegand from Adapted Adventures, I think we could probably safely say this. He's an aerobic athlete. He does triathlons. There we go. Triathlons. Okay. He does a bunch of cycling. I think he does swimming and stuff like that. I don't think he runs anymore, but maybe he does. Maybe he does some running. But I know he's a huge cycling guy. And that is primarily those kind of long duration exercises. And sometimes, depending on you as a person, if you've trained for that, if you've trained aerobically, your body adapts and can function more in an aerobic state. Okay. So like if me and you, okay, we went to go walk 2 miles every single day. On the first day, maybe it's really hard. But then in a week, maybe it gets a little easier. And then we change the incline and etc. We kind of get trained to that stimulus and our bodies adapt. Okay. Anaerobic is a lot quicker. It's kind of like a sprint. Okay, so if you hear someone who does the 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter kind of sprints for track, those are usually very, very high intense exercises. Or let's take something like weightlifting, where it's like, okay, I need you to pick up this 400-pound weight and push it over your head once. Okay, that would be an anaerobic athlete. Now, if you ask them to do that 10 times, if you're like, I need you to lift this 10 times and push it over your head, they won't have the endurance to do so because the intensity is so high. Okay, now if I've lost you already, I promise I'm getting to a point here, but intensity is what matters when it comes to your training. So I know Evie, Gilbert, Bob, people who have done dragon boating and stuff like that for a while can say that dragon boating is primarily an anaerobic sport. Okay, our races, a good time for a 500-meter race is roughly around 2 minutes or less. Okay, I've seen times under than 2 minutes, a little bit more than 2 minutes. If you're doing like a 5-minute dragon boat race, you didn't do so hot. Let's just say you're gonna be last, and people are rooting for you. I've actually been on one of those boats, and that's a story for another time. But dragon boating is primarily a sprinting, a fast-paced sport. It's very short distance, sometimes even 200 to 250 meters. And so working that kind of anaerobic, that go, 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 and then relax, that's kind of why we do interval training primarily over Zoom, and why it's important to continue kind of doing interval training over time. You might have heard it also as high intensity interval training, HIIT, etc. Just because that's what we train for the sport. Now, if you hop on some of the cycling workouts that I think Chris still does and everything, those are more aerobic, where you're literally moving those legs or you're on your hand cycle for the entire duration of the workout, stopping very briefly to grab a drink, and then you're back into it, okay? So we'll kind of expand on that a little bit more, but hopefully that makes you think a little bit about rest times and recovery. And if you're going to do something really, really intense, you might need some rest times. You know, if you're that anaerobic, doing that super heavy weight, doing that super fast race, you're going to need a longer rest time to recover from that and a shorter duration to do that intensity versus if your intensity is a little bit lower, like, hey, let's just go walk or push a mile, okay? Eventually we can make that a little hard, do 5 miles, 10 miles, etc. But the intensity is relatively low. Okay, we're doing it on flat ground, maybe a little bit of hills here and there, but nothing crazy. Okay. So people, hopefully I didn't kind of whack you out too much in the head and everything, but awesome job today. If you have any questions, please email me, please email Gilbert, and we'll kind of keep going over it next week. I don't know if Bob and Marina's video was done quite yet. I didn't hear anything, but I'll throw that to Gilbert.